And I'm going to tell you something, Jerry Lawler, you won't get nothing done that night.
Boy, you're looking for a war. That's it. Well, talking about a war, here are the Southern Tag Team Champions, Bad Company, Diamond and Tanaka. You got a war with the Nasty Boys.
Take it on two out-of-shape, fat geeks.
Okay, fine.
The
Keep
two
on
geeks
talking.
that we try to help, and they turned it down. Well, boys, you say you're nasty. The only thing nasty about you may be your breath and your body odor. We are the nastiest team there is. We are Bad Company. And we're going to come out on top as usual. And in the process, we're going to destroy two fat, ugly, disgusting slobs such as yourself right there in Evansville.
Well, partner, you may do it, but I'll tell you one thing. Wednesday night, I sure want to be right there to see it, because that is going to be a fight. Okay, the action will return to the ring here in just a moment. You know, I wanted to review for you some of the things that took place because of an ultimate ruling. We've got a couple of them from the AWA. First, I want to go back to, you remember the Price is Right match, and this is the point at which Jerry Lawler had put his title up. That is to say, that was one of the things that he had to pay in order to get with it. Now, let me tell you what happened. He wrestled immediately Don Bass following the Price is Right match. The Southern title was on the line, as we said. They had a special referee, Big Bubba, who was very important in the outcome of it. Let's refresh ourselves by taking a look at this. He could lose his hair right here. And Lawler from the top rope drills him. Big Bubba drops a leg on Don Bass. Count of 1, 2, 3. What is this? 15:51. Bubba dropped a leg on Lawler, then put Bass on top of Lawler and gets a 1, 2, 3 count. What was this? Big Bubba is the referee. Big Bubba just took the $5,000. Well, you saw it right there. Obviously, I thought that Bubba had attacked Bass, but it was Lawler he dropped it on. You saw the payoff that came out of it. Now, the AWA took the time for all the members to take a look at that tape in there, exactly what happened, and a ruling came down. Number one, the title has been held up. Don Bass does not have the Southern Heavyweight title any longer. The commission held up the title. And number two, they revoked the special license that Big Bubba had to referee. He will not be doing any refereeing. Bubba's license was revoked, and that is exactly what the AWA came out with. So that Bass is no longer the Southern Heavyweight title holder, and the title is up for grabs, and the King is the one who will be trying to get it back. Out with a beautiful new robe, Jerry. The AWA has come down with the rulings as we specified to the people.
Let me ask you this. First of all, I hear all of these people over here clapping and everything because you announced the rulings that they have, first of all, held the belt up.
That's correct.
And they have, second of all,
belong to Bass anymore.
The title does not belong to Bass. But let me ask you this. Did they give the title back to me? Did they give the title back to me?
Well, no, but they held the title up, so Bass doesn't have the title.
Well, big deal. Then that means nothing, Lance. How can somebody who calls himself an official of the AWA sit there and watch the same film that everybody else just saw and not give me that belt back? How can they do that?
Well,
Tell me how they can do that.
The ruling, Jerry, has been made that the title is held up. You understand that. Now, it's a situation where
it's a situation where they did nothing, Lance. They did absolutely nothing. And they take away Big Bubba's license.
They revoked Bubba's refereeing license.
Well, that's like taking away my pilot's license.
I didn't know that you were a pilot.
I'm not a pilot. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's not a referee. So taking away his refereeing license means absolutely nothing. What it means is that's another case of the AWA sitting back, and they got a bunch of big businessmen up there, and they look at these films, and they see what's going on down here, and they do absolutely nothing about it, and I'm sick of it. So what it means is I'm going to have to take things into my own hands. I'm going to have to straighten out the situation myself, and believe me, you're looking at somebody right now that's capable of doing it. And I'm going to start by getting things back in order. First thing I'm going to do is put that Southern Heavyweight Championship belt back around my waist where it belongs. And Don Bass, you're the man that you don't have the belt now, but no matter what, they might as well have let him keep it, because all they did was hold it up. They didn't give it back to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with Don Bass, and I'm going to take that title away from you, fat boy, and I'm going to give you the beating of your life in the process. And then I'm going to go to Big Bubba, and then I'm going to go to this Prince, who's probably the brains behind the whole operation. 1, 2, 3, I'm going to get things back in order around here. If I have to do it myself, I'll do it myself.
Well, obviously, you can't make everybody happy with everything, and while I would have to agree with him that I think, of course, I'm prejudiced, I would have made a ruling the other way. The ruling did go. They at least did that. They held the title up, and they took away and revoked that license of Big Bubba. An incident that took place that was extremely important to the King, and I think that most of you can understand exactly why he feels the way he does, was the match with Curt Hennig, the world heavyweight champion. Lawler had his shot. I have never seen him more confident that he was going to be able to take the title away from the world champion, and he had things going. But an incident took place that I want you to take a look at, and I'm going to give you another ruling the AWA came down with in just a moment. First, let's take a look at the Lawler-Hennig match. Lawler to the second rope. Situation with Lawler down after the pile driver. 1, 2, 3. 20 minutes and 38 seconds. Hennig retains his belt. Absolutely no question that Lawler had things going for him when the Prince came in there and interfered in the match. Now, the AWA took that into consideration, but there was another factor, too. The Prince had said in a match that he had scheduled with Rocky Johnson that he was sick and unable to make it there. Well, the AWA Commission took exception to the fact that he was not sick. He was there, and he should have had the match with Rocky Johnson, and for that they have suspended him for wrestling for 30 days so that he will not be bothering inside the ring anymore. He has been suspended for 30 days, and that is an AWA ruling that will be official, and you can better believe it is going to be enforced with the Prince, as he calls himself, being suspended for those 30 days. The two things, the one with Rocky Johnson and missing that match, and the second thing because of his flagrant interference in a world heavyweight title match with Curt Hennig. Now, speaking of the Prince, and the court jester, Bruno, coming out, and Don Bass, who no longer has that Southern heavyweight belt. You know the ruling. They suspended you.
Let me tell you, I hear you talking all out the side of your mouth, yin, this, yak, this. Let me tell you, the people don't want to hear none of that, what you talking about, man. Now, the real deal is, I'm not taking this land down, you understand? I got my lawyers that work.
You don't have any choice. They suspended you from wrestling for 30 days.
I can show you better than I tell you, fool. I got a choice. I'm suing everybody around here, you understand? I'm suing the commission. I'm suing the president. Because I'm going to tell you something right now, man. Just because even I get sick, you understand? Being the fine, healthy, black stud that I am, even I get sick. And I'm going to tell you something. I had 110 degree heat fever that night. There's no way I could have made it there that night.
That wasn't there. You weren't even there. Is
No,
that the
sir,
idea?
buddy. But I'm going to tell you something right now.
He wasn't lying anyway. That's an honest man right there, brother.
That's right.
Thank you.
But I heard she showed up was fine and bad to the bone because Lord knows that the Black Prince would have been anywhere around. I would have had to try something with that fine sweet tenderoni that they told me about, man.
Yeah, well, I hear that big story about you not being there and that wasn't you. Well, the commission took another exception to it. They said that you missed, you ducked the match with Rocky Johnson. You interfered, you suspended for wrestling for 30 days. Now, all your talk...
There's not a man alive that I fear, you understand? Let alone a backdoor boy, a backdoor nappy-headed, kinky, beady-eyed, liver-lip, buck teeth, long neck sucker like Rocky Johnson. You think that I care anything about him?
I noticed you didn't get in the ring with him and battle him out. I know you were sick and laid up in bed.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to tell you something right now. Like I said, my attorneys are on the case. I'm suing everybody. I'm not worrying about no suspension, man. I'm telling you right now, my man here got something right now. That's important.
He hadn't got the belt. That's one thing he doesn't have.
My belt, Lance Russell. That's my belt. They stole it again. That Lawler goes up there crying to everybody. That's my belt. I'm the people's champion, baby. All the time. When I get through taking that belt down there this week, I'm going to take that belt.
Let me interrupt just a minute, man. My friend. I just can't wait them 30 days. A suspension won't do me right now, boy, because I'm going to tell you something, Jerry Lawler. I want you bad, boy. I'm going to be like hot melted chocolate. That's right, baby. Like an almond joy that tastes so sweet. I'm going to kick you where the sun don't shine with both my feet.
You're not going to be wrestling.
Hey, let me tell you something right now, man. Don't nobody tell me what to do. Because Jerry Lawler says in the good book it's a sin to hate. But oh, I fall short before the glory of God because I hate you, Jerry Lawler, with everything inside me. And this thing has gotten real personal between me and you. And I want you out here right now. Come on out here, sucker, so I can knock you out.